it's starting. This is Radio Free Cybertron, episode 374, recorded July 16th, 2014. I am your host, Brian Kilby. Diecast has a new friend. You can't see him.
It's almost as big as he is.
That's not funny. Yeah, actually, kind of.
The Diecast, how much ice did you have to chip through to get that thing out?
Nice, Don.
I just used a blowtorch. A lot easier.
So Starscream. That makes sense. They were BFFs.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. So on the show this week, we have Diecast, Melvar, and Don, gentlemen. So, Don and I are hanging out. We are going to paint the town red this weekend. It's going to be great.
If by painting the town you mean going through JD boxes, yes. Yeah.
Hanging like two Best Bots.
Yes, it's going to be great. We're going to have a great time. We're going to go eat Chinese together. Maybe. It's going to be amazing. I'm getting breakfast at Sheets. Or at least I'm pre-partying for breakfast because I may leave home at 4:30 a.m. It's a darn long drive.
What's it, like an hour and a half?
Like 2.5.
Got to.
Oh, okay.
You know, it's kind of funny. So I'm trying to turn my friends onto this podcast. And it's starting out, and they're like, man, their intro is like so long. They're not even talking about the show. I'm like, that's how you podcast. So on the show this week, we have the news. We don't have This Week in History because I didn't do it. I completely forgot. And we also have Q&A with Rob Springer, and this week's Q&A is about the new Robots in Disguise cartoon. Lots of stuff. So go to our new blog, Transformersdom. Rob Springer has posted a couple of gems this week. I am hard at work at setting up some infrastructure for the blog. I came up with a review scale that we're going to use on all of our reviews. I'm trying to be funny and original and hip as much as possible, and I've got to go back to the drawing board and fix a couple of things, but I think we're going to debut our first review with that sometime next week. Pretty stoked. Oh, also, I received an email this week. Honestly, I've received several of these over the last month or so. Haven't really done much with it, but I do need to mention it. If you have been downloading the show in video form through iTunes, our video syndicator, Blip.tv, discontinued their iTunes feed. I have the ability to create that myself manually, but they don't automatically do that for me anymore, so I'm going to start doing that this week. I'm not certain when it will be on iTunes. It usually takes a couple of days, but I need to get on that. So if you were going in and downloading the show through video on iTunes, that will come back. And also, I will make that available to all you other people out there using other services through RSS. Because I get my stuff through RSS, not iTunes. But most of our listeners, surprisingly, iTunes. It's true. Hey, so apparently this is a show about Transformers, so we should probably get into that, maybe. We could talk about caffeine.
Brian has a lot of caffeine.
I have a lot of caffeine right now. Last week I had so little energy, I'm like, by God, I'm going to fix it with caffeine this week. I made some third-party not Red Bull before the show. Delicious. Real Red Bull, not so much. I should do a show about caffeine. I was going to say cocaine, but I don't have enough knowledge about that.
What do you think they would call third-party Red Bull? Would they call that like Purple Hippo?
Purple Hippo? That sounds like a euphemism. I don't know. I really don't know, but I like that.
Or Pink Elephant.
How do you kill a blue elephant? Or a pink elephant?
With a pink elephant gun.
Yes. And how do you kill a... Yeah. It's actually a blue elephant. I screwed that joke up. That's my favorite joke ever since I was like 7. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump to the news. So that G2 ATB Megatron that was on eBay ended up selling for $2,700.
Ooh.
A little rich for my blood, but admittedly I did really want that. That was on my list of... That's on my bucket list of things that I want. So, yeah. Anybody willing to pay it?
Not when the Korean version is so close. It's just, yeah. I give him $10 for the box. I give him money. For
That's
the box.
really what you're buying. Is there any difference between the toys, Dreadwing though and Megatron, or is it basically like a Tampo or anything?
I don't know, Brian. There was a side by side many years ago, but I don't even know if website. I don't remember what, because I think I saw the link at bigbot.com. Shows you how long.
Oh, that was forever ago.
Yeah, so.
Massey, no.
Massey.
Y'all heard him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We heard Massey. So we don't know whether or not he's any different. I've actually never seen one in person. I know that it's up on the TF Wiki. I just haven't paid that much attention to it, but I want it. But it's on my list.
Yeah.
It's on my list of things I want but will never have.
Well, again, congratulations to the winner. I hope it's one of your holy grails.
Speaking of that Generations 2 GoBot set, we only got... How many GoBot molds do we actually get? Just 2 of them originally?
No. I think there's 4 different molds in total, because you have the Formula 1 Racer, the Gold Bug.
I don't remember the Gold Bug. I don't have it.
Yeah, it's... Yeah, because see, Megatron and Optimus were each a different mold. The Gold Bug mold was not the same as those 2, I believe. And then you have the IndyCar. So I know there's at least 5 counting the pickup truck.
Yeah, and those we got plus 2 more in Robots in Disguise.
Right.
Those came out, which was a big deal back then because we knew those existed. We just never... I don't know that we'd actually even seen them at that point, but that was 11, 12 years ago, so who even knows?
Well, the people that... like the Hartmans and stuff, they knew that the molds existed. They just never produced anything with them.
Gotcha.
That was 14 years ago, Brian.
Good God. Okay, now we have... Robots in Disguise was 2001. So that's 13. Car Robots, that doesn't count. Because, yeah. So, those only came out in the U.S., though, right? The 2 extra molds plus the originals. Those didn't actually come out through... when I say originals, I'm talking about X-Brawn and Nemesis Prime. Yeah. Those were just in Robots in Disguise, not Car Robots. But we have 2 more. So we have, what is it, Brawn, and who's the other? Is it Prowl?
I think so. Well, no, Daytonus was the other. That was the character that used that one of those.
Daytona, yeah.
Modes. But Daytonus and Prowl, I think is what we said in the pre-show.
Right. But the ones that we have here that didn't come out before. So we have a Hound and... Oh, yeah, it's the other one.
The one thing I'm looking forward to is them. I'm not sure if I'll even try for it or not. I probably won't. But that GoBot racing rig that we saw in '94.
That you saw in '94.
Yeah, we saw it in '94 at the first BotCon, and I really hope that guy in his collection has one of those because I want to see what that goes for.
Are you going to try to buy it? Are you going to try to buy any of these?
As much as I would love to, I have the toy. I have the toys the molds are based off of. I'd rather spend my money for toys that I don't have. I would love to have a couple prototypes, but it's just that's something that's never really interested me as a collector is getting the prototype versions because I have better versions I can play with. Those like, ooh, this is nice, but I can't do anything with it because if it shatters, I'm out a bunch of money. So, but that's just me. That's
true. A lot of this stuff shatters. So we already knew this was going to happen, but at SDCC, Hasbro, their panel is on Thursday the 24th, I think, which is, God, that's next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go see an early showing of Let's Be Cops that day, and plus I'm at work, so I probably won't get a chance to tweet this stuff out, so check out T-Formers throughout the day, because what's going to happen... There's going to be lots of news that didn't make it to BotCon. So, new toys, Robots in Disguise. Hasbro's only half invested in BotCon now. I hate this, honestly.
It's like I've said, and this has come up on other podcasts. It's just, yes, there's more people at San Diego to tell, but you want to have more people actually
the investment.
There's more media exposure from San Diego Comic-Con.
That is true. He is right. There's more media there. So
at what point does Hasbro just say, you know what, Fun Pub, we keep having problems. It's not working out. We can announce all this stuff at San Diego Comic-Con anyway.
Diecast, don't.
So no. I think what's more likely is I don't think Hasbro is going to dump BotCon. I don't know how much money it's a cost. I'm certain it's a cost. It's an expense. It's not a profit thing for Hasbro, but it's good fan relations. It's good media. And Hasbro is very fan centric. So if Hasbro's smart, and they are, they will continue BotCon, but they might do with Fun Pub what they did with Glenn. So who knows? Potentially could go to somebody else, but I don't know how many people actually put on this sort of thing. The people that put on like New York Comic Con or SDCC, it's probably too small for them.
Right.
But I'm certain there's lots of people out there who could do BotCon just as good as Fun Pub, like Eric Warren and Jake Waller.
Yeah.
Sorry, Eric pinged me on Facebook. He's like, hey, man, thanks for the shout-out last week. And I'm like, I don't remember what I said, but you're awesome, so you deserve whatever I said. He really is. Would love to see those guys do BotCon. It'll never happen, though.
Yeah, I would love to see him do it, too. I just don't think that
any convention again. Just
Love Sharkticon. Let's see here. So, okay, so there was a editorial posted on my Facebook feed this week. It goes back to what we were talking about. It's called The State of Toy Business 2014. Hey, is that a cliff? It's really interesting. We are going to link to it, but it basically goes into what we were saying. Hasbro, I don't really see the Transformers line being that much of a money maker in movie years. Basically, the plan is if they are expecting to make $500 million in toys and they only sell $225 million, that's not good. And if your shelves are full when the movie starts, and when the movie is at its highest point, that's not good. And we're pretty much seeing with Age of Extinction what we saw with Dark of the Moon in terms of
much
sales.
less of it.
There is less of it, but that's because there was little interest for Dark of the Moon. There seems to be less interest, toy-wise, at least here in the U.S., for Age of Extinction. And
not the Generations.
Generations sells like gangbusters.
Right, except for Crosshairs.
Except for Crosshairs. And you know
why?
He's
the new Bumblebee.
You know why?
Because he sucks.
He's a French asshole.
Because he sucks.
Yeah.
He's a crappy, awful toy. So, but yeah, Generations does pretty well, but there's a lot of it. Doesn't sell. Not a good thing. And Hasbro should basically take the check they get from Paramount and, for the most part, skip the toys. And I think that's why they baked in the deluxe figures into the Generations line. On the hopes that they would sell. And so far, they seem to be selling okay, but not great. It'll probably just be a matter of time before you see these at Family Dollar.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I will say right now, locally, I've seen the Hound and Galvatron wave once, and I have not seen it since then. And I've seen the Slash, Drift, and Strafe wave 2 or 3 times, but that's it. So it looks like people are buying the newer ones, but they're so oversaturated with the first releases, except for Scorn.
And that always happens.
But, you know, Scorn is the one that I cannot find locally.
Scorn's the best one.
Slash is the one I can't find. I've seen Scorn and Slug everywhere.
Yeah, same here.
Let's see here. So, moving along, we have Age of Extinction, new promotional shots featuring Snarl, Hotshot, and the concept Bumblebee. I really do want Snarl. I'll be honest with you.
I want that Bumblebee too.
Bumblebee just doesn't look appealing to me.
It's a little bit different than what they've done the last couple movies, so I kind of like that he's a different looking Bumblebee.
In vehicle mode, he looks like a scaled up. What was the line of the non-transformable figures that are basically Hot Wheels? Bot shots? No, bot shots were the game.
Stealth Force.
Yeah, so Stealth Force
Yeah.
was the second wave of it. He basically looks like that with seams.
Well, actually, I saw that Bumblebee today for the first time at Toys R Us. It's $29.99.
No, this is a deluxe.
Yeah.
If that deluxe was $29.99,
That's not the one change.
no,
No.
this is deluxe.
Well, that's
The
weird,
hot
'cause
shot I don't get, and it looks like crap.
Oh wow, okay. I'm sorry, I was looking at the wrong picture. The picture I was looking at was the $29.99 one change figure is basically a 2 or 3 up of this one.
Oh God.
Yeah, because it has the same star shooting gimmick.
Yeah, he's terrible.
Yeah, pass it in on that one.
Yeah, I mean,
Does anyone like this hot shot?
no, it's terrible. That's what I'm saying. It's terrible.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
But of course, it's terrible. I mean, look what it's based on.
I mean, it's sad, but if someone said
It's sad but true.
Well, it's sad. If someone told me I had to buy that one or the Armada Hot Shot or be killed, I'd buy the Armada Hot Shot. That's how sad this figure is. I'm sorry.
I liked
Just-
Armada hot shot.
Well, you would.
Oh, I thought you were saying the Generations or Hot Shot.
I mean Armada Hot Shot.
Armada Hot Shot's fine.
Yeah,
he
I
came with a
liked
minicon. It's okay.
He was a bulky car too. He was cool.
Snarl looks pretty great, I have to admit.
Yeah,
Yes.
Snarl's great.
Snarl is.
Yeah, the
Is
Dinobots
Snarl
are the
gonna
only
be
thing
the
I'm
one-
buying out of this line.
Yeah.
Is Snarl one of the ones they're going to do in G1 coloring?
Yes.
Oh God.
Well, now, but here's the thing: that 5-pack that's coming out in Japan, it's a 5-pack of premium colored Dinobots. Snarl's not in it.
Yeah. Oh, the Platinum Series one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
what?
not in it.
What's that all about?
Who
We're
knows?
I
getting
don't know.
5. Why are we not getting Snarl?
I don't know. The image is all shaded. It's another one of those silhouette images, and I couldn't make out who was who. It's just the article said Snarl was not included.
No idea.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Jetfire Leader Class is up for pre-order at Big Bad Toy Store. It was at Toys R Us, but it's probably sold through at this point.
It was, then it
Let me
wasn't,
check it.
and then it was, and then it wasn't.
And then the site wouldn't work, and then you would get an order cancellation.
Yeah, I got a
and-
cancellation for using PayPal. Then I went through and did it with a credit card. It went through.
I had the same thing. I did it through PayPal because it's easier. They canceled it, but kept the minicons. So now I got like 4 minicons coming in the mail. And then the second time, it wouldn't actually process my payment. It would say processing payment and then take me back to my cart. So I actually had to call to get them to order it.
That's
And they had to do it over the phone.
that's customer service. They did it for you.
At least they could do it, but yet the lady was like, "Oh yeah, people are having problems with this all day."
Yeah, they probably inundated their site. Let's see here. So also we have I'm not buying it, but Generations Leader Class Bumblebee, which is apparently a repaint of the Dark of the Moon version. I don't even remember the Dark of the Moon version being out there. The paint job on it looks pretty bad.
Now, is that the one?
It
is that
doesn't
the one they?
have paint.
Yeah,
It looks like no
exactly.
paint. Yeah.
Yeah, it's. Now, is this the Bumblebee that they? No, they didn't use this one for the Masterpiece Bumblebee in Japan.
Masterpiece Bumblebee was a Leader Class figure. I just don't remember if it was this one.
Yeah.
This Bumblebee in Dark of the Moon had the huge,
electronic.
backpack on it.
Yeah.
If that's the one they're talking about,
Yeah.
had a lot more paint apps with
Ah,
this.
that.
So basically, you're losing the backpack with all the electronic features. You're
Are you
losing paint.
talking about the Ultimate Bumblebee?
No, the leader
the
Bumblebee
leader
from Dark of the
Bumblebee.
Moon.
And look,
It had a huge backpack on it with guns and everything.
Yeah.
And that's basically that figure, and you're paying the same price
I
with
had
all that stuff removed.
I had whichever version got chromed out. I think it might have been Revenge of the Fallen.
and
Yeah.
what's sad is if you look at the picture on the front of that Bumblebee, that picture does look nothing like the
No,
toy
you're right.
above it.
Yeah, it's a completely different body style.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because it's from 2 different movies.
Let's see here. So also moving along, not quite sure what this is. I don't know if a news story has come out since I grabbed this one. But we have a Takara prototype, probably for an Optimus Prime. Can't tell if throwing 30 Optimus Prime. Can't tell if it's a Transformer or a statue.
It's a statue.
Is it?
Yeah, that seems to be the prevailing theory. It's a statue.
I don't. It looks like the arms may be movable, at least at the elbows.
I think it may be. I don't know that it's a statue. I think it's probably.
It's just
like
non-transformable.
I think it's probably non-transformable. But if this were actually a Transformer, that would be sweet.
You know what? I think, you know what I'm betting? I'm betting it's what they were calling a staction for the He-Man line. It has limited articulation.
Oh, like the yeah.
You can move arms and just a very minimal amount of articulation.
I think they did a clothful or something in that line.
It looks like his chest is going to open up, and I think I see a matrix in there.
It would be really cool if it transformed, but I don't know why they would need to do that. Why? Because of MP10. No. They did MP10 a few years ago, and he's just fine.
What's up with the clown feet?
He's got big feet.
Big.
Yeah, and the smokestacks just are way too...
So that's an embellishment. I get the smokestacks, but the feet, that's an interesting point. If it didn't transform, why would they need to embellish the feet?
You know what they say about bots with big feet.
They have big smokestacks.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm wondering if the base does anything. Is that it looks like you might could almost press the Autobot symbol, and there'd be a button under that or something.
Who knows on that? Yeah. So big feet, I'm assuming probably doesn't transform, but it probably does have articulation. The big feet are there to help stabilize it. My best guess. That's a great observation, Diecast.
It may be removable from the base.
Oh, I'm certain it probably is.
So that it's there if you want to pose it without the base.
So I want to share an admission. So we have a photo of the Kre-O Elite Optimus Prime figure. I don't like it.
No.
I love all things Kre-O, but this doesn't work for me. Basically, it's an Optimus Prime torso and head with extended arms and legs, and it just looks...
It's Puppet Prime.
No, it's not even Puppet Prime.
It looks like he's
on
stilts.
This is Prime on stilts.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Uncle Sam at a car lot Optimus. Actually, if this were Optimus Prime and you basically had a fan underneath him and his arms flailed wildly, I would actually like that. But it's not. Not crazy about that one. Okay, let's go ahead and jump to third-party news.
Oh my God!
Do you see it?
No, just the amount of third-party news out of TFcon.
Yeah, and I don't even think we're going to get to all of it. But I want to start off.
There's no way.
No, but I want to start off with what the breaking story. The combiner mode for the Toy World Throttlebots has been revealed, and I am highly disappointed. Not disappointed because it doesn't look awesome. It does. But I'm disappointed because it makes no sense. So basically, you look at this, and we are missing... Are we missing Bumblebee? So we have a Chase, Freeway, Searchlight, Roll Bar, Wide Load, and what was the...
Goldbug.
Yeah, okay.
Goldbug apparently attaches on the back, and we're thinking they're going to call him Goldbutt.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. So my problem with this, though, if Wide Load is the centerpiece, one, he's bigger than the rest. Should a dump truck be bigger than a car? Yes, I get that. But it's not a dump truck. It's like a Hummer or something. But
I've seen big Hummers, Brian.
Oh, God. Okay. So let's go ahead and I'm going to move past. I can't comment on that, Don. But so even though Wide Load was the same size, Wide Load, God, I can't even process that, Don.
What do you mean? I've seen these gigantic Hummers That's like big 4x4s.
With grind rod attached to
Okay,
them?
so let's backpedal for a second. So, Wide Load, the toy, was the same size as all of the other Throttlebots. I get that his actual vehicle would be much larger. I get that if he's this Hummer, it would be much larger. But it just doesn't work for me. The combiner mode looks great. The figures individually look great, but it loses something in the fact that they have dramatically changed Wide Load.
Well, I'm saying let's just wait at least till we see some color pictures and then decide. Because I mean, it could be that those colors, that's the best mold for it to be a cohesive whole.
Yeah. Oh no, I get why they're doing it. I get that. But
It's just completely blown the homage.
Yes, exactly. And the fact that it should be puzzler-like. Use all six to make the robot proportional. Instead, they're going the Micromaster combiner route, where they're using. Well, they're not entirely using the Micromaster route because they're not like that frame that they pop everything on. But they're going to have the last figure, which in that was fifth, but in this case sixth figure, basically plug onto the back. I don't like that. I would much rather it be like Puzzler. Much rather. But the combiner looks great. The individual toys look great. But as Melvar succinctly put it, the homage has been blown. But yeah, great looking otherwise. Like, really nice. I wish I had started buying these.
I kind of do too.
Don, were you buying them?
Yes.
I have the first two.
And I will finish the sets. But it'll probably take until next year to finish everything because we are getting them at a very slow pace.
Yeah. Don't get it, but God, when did we first start talking about these? Like 4 years ago?
It feels like
It's been a while, yeah.
Like heck, it was before any of you guys were on the show, I'm certain.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this was back in the old days. God. I'm the only one left. I outlived them all. That's actually
It's your show.
Yeah, it's true. It's not funny. Pouring one out for JD.
It's sad.
Yeah. He and I had that vibe. He would be making fun of me, too, if it were me. He should be making fun of me. He was better than me. I miss him. Oh, JD. If you haven't had a chance to go back and I'm not actually crying. I'm just embellishing. If you haven't had a chance, go back and listen to the JD tribute. We posted that a few weeks ago. It was really good. I've actually listened to it like 4 or 5 times. And that doesn't count the editing that I've done on that. So, really good. Okay, so let's see here. What else do we have third-party wise?
The Function series from Fans Project.
Yeah. And Brian, I just tried the videos. They've gone private. They're not. The videos aren't there anymore.
And this is just X6, X7, and X8. Isn't X5 the
X5 is
Snapdragon.
Ripper Snapper.
Yeah, Skull Cruncher.
Skull Cruncher.
Yes.
Sorry, Ripper Snapper. Wrong line. That was Terracons.
Terracons, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, Skull Cruncher. So what's his name? God, it just keeps screwing me up because of all the flipping stupid third-party names. What are they calling Skull Cruncher?
I did not get.
We haven't heard yet.
He's Function X5. I don't get their names. I don't get the names for any of these Function toys.
Well, supposedly Sigma L is supposed to be Signal.
Is that Signal? Was that the name for Mind Wipe in Japan? I don't know.
I don't think so. No, it's just I think he was just.
He transmits signals to wipe your mind.
Yeah.
I don't.
Sonar.
I don't get it. Sonar.
Weird Wolf was.
It wouldn't be Sonar.
Quadruple U, and that was
actually would be Sonar.
Basically
4
4
W's.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 W's makes 4 U's, and that's how they got quadruple U for Weird Wolf.
What about Smart Robin?
Anagram of Brainstorm.
I'm so smart. I didn't get that. Okay. Okay, that makes sense now. I feel stupid for not catching that. So the videos that we had of these are gone. We got to see a bunch of stuff. Ape Face actually looks pretty good, considering Ape Face is a terrible toy. Highbrow, the not highbrow, look pretty good.
Yeah.
This looks like the not hardhead to get.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I waited.
Yeah, I wish I had, but I'll be honest. Thank you, Nelson. But I really didn't think fans.
This would ever come out.
No, I thought it'd be a even longer wait before it came out. But I also figured they really couldn't do anything that much different than what Toy World did. To decide it'd be a better toy. The transformation is completely different, but it's still
the thing that this one has going against it is its name's not Hardbone.
It's true.
I wish I'd waited on Hardbone, but I'll be honest. Hardhead's one of my favorite headmasters, so I got a duplicate of the character. It won't kill me.
Yeah.
I'll sell off some Energon and compensate.
Sell off some Energon and get $3. There you go. So we can't show them. We can talk about them. So at TFcon, the original TFcon, this past weekend. Actually, this isn't about that. Did we talk about Columbia last week?
No.
Okay.
No.
I was thinking we did. But we talked about the 2 and 3. Are you sure
Yes.
we didn't? Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Okay.
I'm sure. It hit like Friday, I think we found out about it.
But Fans Project's Not Sludge is coming out, and he has a little, basically an Arms Micron dude that comes with him that rides on his back. So, the Diaclone toy, I guess, had a pilot. Was that the pilot's name?
It's a rough interpretation, I believe, Brian.
When it comes to the name, I don't know how differentiated the Diaclone pilots were. That's something that I am completely ignorant of.
But I do know the version at TFcon had more metallic paints.
It looks nice,
and had the gold chrome and the actual Diaclone style pilot versus the regular release, which is the more flat paint. The gold.
That's what I'm showing right now is the regular release.
And then the Target Master partner.
The TFcon version.
These kind of came out of nowhere, just like Fans Project did with their Function X series. I mean, no one knew these were coming, and all of a sudden, we hear about them Friday. TFCon's over the weekend. They have a special version that they're selling at TFCon, and they just came out of nowhere with these things. Like, no one even expected it. There's so many
hopefully it won't take as
Dinobots.
long to get these as it takes to get the codes.
Oh, it will, because I saw the one is October, and that's Columbo, and then the next one's like maybe November, December, and then the other one's like late, spring of next year. So it's going to take a while to get this whole series.
Diecast, I think you meant Columpio, not Columbo.
Yeah, it's Columpio.
Columbo.
Yeah.
He's Columbo to me.
That's
but now
fine.
someone needs to do a trench coat for him now.
But
I
these came out of nowhere, especially with Fans Toys doing those masterpiece Dinobots, and there's
I'm opting for these because they're cheaper and I like them better.
Planet X is doing a similar size Dinobot to this. I mean, these are like the fourth Dinobots we've gotten within the last
What scale are these in? What size
Fall of Cybertron, I believe. I saw a picture somewhere, Melvar, where he was standing beside Fall of Cybertron Grimlock, and I
think they're large Voyagers.
Yeah, I'm thinking Voyager size. Here's a picture of the box of the Diaclone Columpio.
Yeah, I like the figure. It's just I can see why they went with the tail hiding in the lower legs. The problem is the outside dino legs are just sort of sitting there on the side.
I'm fine with that for some reason. That doesn't bother me so much. I don't know why. But
Because they're Dinobots.
yeah.
You know.
So, but also at TFcon was Car Crash, which is the not G2 Breakdown. Nice looking, honestly. I'll be honest. It is pretty nice. Robot mode doesn't do much for me, but the vehicle mode just is completely beautiful. So I'm not buying it, but if I found this in my stocking at Christmas, I would not complain.
Yeah, well, I don't think Kim's gonna buy it for you.
Yeah,
So
she's not. So okay, before we get to the next third-party item, I did have one item that I wanted to mention that fell off the show notes. Kotaku posted a story today. Most people have seen it. People have seen my commentary on it. About a guy in China who, in the last 12 years, or 10 years, 12 years, has spent $32,000 on Transformers. And my Facebook feed, if it's anything like yours, it's a lot of, really? Just $32,000? I don't have a super impressive collection, and I have spent way more than $32,000 in 4 years. Like, back in 2001, I had calculated that I had spent something on the order of $35,000 between 98 and 01. I told Kim today that in the 4 years before she and I started dating that I had spent this much. Because I was keeping track. It's just kind of funny that there's a Kotaku article about a dude spending $32,000 on Transformers when they could easily do a Google search and find, I don't know, I know a dozen people off the top of my head at least, well more than that, but that I can easily think of that I know that have spent more than $32,000 in Transformers. Like I was telling Rob Springer, he has $32,000 in Transformers in just one of his closets. Not really that impressive. It's kind of funny. He is married. A lot of people were saying, you know, it's like he's not married or he's never had a girlfriend. He has. He's married. But his wife does look really trapped in his collection.
she's surrounded by boxes.
Yeah. But $32,000, not that much.
No.
Not that much. So if you see that Kotaku article and you think $32,000 is a lot of money, and it is, just think that Diecast spent however much he did on his what is your car?
Camaro.
Camaro. I want to say Corvette.
Yeah.
The Transformers Edition Camaro. And I did buy that car just to drive to BotCon one year. And that was like $28,000. I've used it for reasons beside BotCon, but I did. And the person who bought that G2 Minotaur set dropped $27,000 in a day. Not really that impressive. Don, the four of us on the podcast, two of us have spent that kind of money, and Don has spent multiples of what I've spent. Don is easily in the six figures.
No.
Yes, Don, you are easily in the six figures. Yes, Don.
No, because
Yeah.
I wheel and deal, and I do a lot of balancing on the budgeting, and well, again, it's me and a cat, you know, so there's that.
So you spent more than $32,000.
He has spent way more than $32,000.
Yeah.
He has spent way more than $30,000.
Yeah.
So
He's
all
been
the
collecting
BotCons
steadily
you went
since
to?
the 80s.
I
Steadily since the
started
80s.
collecting in '84 and really haven't stopped
So
since.
one of the reasons I've spent so much is because I bought the bulk of my collection, which I don't even have anymore. But I bought the bulk of my collection, 98, 99, 2000, back when prices on eBay were stupid expensive. Back at the worst possible time to buy your collection. But in the interim since, I have definitely spent $32,000. I don't know how much I've spent since I've gotten married, and hopefully it's not that much, but it probably is. Yeah, $32,000 is not that much in the grand scheme of things for a collector. Like, I was trying to tell my friend today who was a smoker that people probably spend that much like on tobacco. He's like, there's no way. And he calculated it like with the habit that he had when he was a smoker. He's like, it was about half that. which means my mother-in-law, who is a smoker, spends that much on smokes. Kind of ridiculous. At least I got toys to show for it. Yeah. I'm actually thinking about getting her for Christmas either like e-cigs. JD wasn't a smoker when I first met him, but as soon as e-cigs became available, he started like smoking those during the show. It was like a really weird thing. It was like the weirdest thing. You would see him like putting something to his mouth and then like a LED lighting up, and I'm like, what the hell are you doing? But yeah, they're expensive hobbies. People who are into cars spend way more than $32,000. I've probably spent that. I've probably spent that much on video games. Back when I was collecting video games. Yeah, it's $32K, not that much. Okay, so let's see here. So going back to third-party stuff. Don't smoke. If you smoke out there, you should stop. You should spend your money on Transformers instead.
That's what I did.
Better for your health.
Yes, much better for your health. Much better. Yeah, so I never started, so I just ended up blowing all my money on toys.
It's
I
weird.
stopped
Transformers
smoking
are pretty
and
much
spent all my
tax-free.
money on Transformers.
That's good, Melvar.
It's weird because both my parents smoked, and I never picked up the habit. But it's weird. Probably in another 10 or 15 years, instead of people dealing drugs on the street, guys will say, "Psst, hey, come here." He's gonna open up his coat, have like carded vintage figures over here.
Yeah.
Loose figure, like, hey, look here. Bespin Luke with this half circle. Man, you need this.
Yeah. I don't get where you're going with that, Don, but I agree with you.
He
That's all right.
lost.
But we love you, Don.
A couple
It was
minutes
a
ago.
Star Wars. It was a Star Wars show. I don't know why.
Where's Massey? Massey attack.
Massey attack! Massey
So what's
retreat! Okay. Let's see here. What else do we have? So TFcon Toronto 2014 attendee exclusive figure revealed. It's Pestilence, which is a recolor of KFC Iron Paw.
Who cares?
So it looks nice, but I feel so burned from the Bad Bat that I could not bring myself to buy that.
Well, now I will be honest.
I guess that
Brian,
was the attendee figure, so it didn't matter. But
Yeah.
Well, now I didn't get any of the cassettes, but I can say that I've got the second version of Citizen Stack, and he really is solid. So far I've not seen any other than the missile launcher pegs being a little loose in the shoulders. I really have not found anything on that figure, so maybe they just needed some more mass to work with to sort out some of the problems.
yeah, I'm not saying that I wouldn't say that the Citizen Stack is comparable to Bad Bat in any way, because different size, different mass, different plastic, I'm certain. But the build quality on Bad Bat is just so shoddy that I just couldn't. I don't think I could bring myself to get another one of these cassettes.
Iron Paw's the same way. I mean, it's really, really shoddy plastic, and I wouldn't buy another cassette from them personally.
Well, now, maybe this is what we're looking at, another Mastermind Creations, or maybe a unique toy situation in which these are their earlier figures. So far, Manai King has got some good reviews. Citizen Stack has got some good reviews. So maybe they just needed a shakedown period.
I want our listeners to give some feedback on this, because this is something we talk about every week, and I honestly don't know. I can see it both ways. You can tweet us, post it to Facebook, tell us in the chat. Do you say Mania King? Like he's like mania as in crazy, or Mania King as in maniacal? I could see it going either way. I've hooked on to saying Mania King, but I could understand Mania King too. So let us know, because I'm honestly curious. I don't think I'm going to do a poll on it, but I would just like to get a good idea of what people think that thing's called. Let us know.
I would love to know too.
At
I
TF
think
Radio.
it's called in the second batch of colors. I think it's called Awesome.
Yes, Don, there you go. But let us know on Twitter at TF Radio or at Facebook.com/TF Radio. I'm just honest to God, really confused, and I want to know.
And Brian, there's one thing I wanted to bring up. It's not in the show notes.
Sure.
We talked about it in the pre-show. We talked about it last week. Brian didn't want to think about it, but
Oh no, Don.
they are doing a green and black repaint of Salmore.
No.
And there are
It's
some
true.
colors-
I've seen the picture.
Yeah, the pictures. We didn't have one to put up this evening, but we did call it. and they are doing the green and black repaint. So if you've been waiting for that, that's coming out. Personally, I think it looks good. The green needs to be a little bit brighter, I think, personally. But I am torn between on which one. If I get one, I'm debating on which one I want to get. But they are coming out with that.
Okay, so I know.
I just won.
Yeah, I already have the other one on the way. I do love that coloration on Psykill. If you weren't aware, the second version of Psykill that was released was green and black. And the second version of Leader 1 that was released was dark blue. I know that it's easier to turn around a repaint, but I would like to see them do Leader 1 next. So they're also taking that mold and turning it into Retgar.
Which looks amazing.
You think so? I think it looks pretty good. I'm surprised by how much I like it.
Yeah, I really like it. I was surprised they actually moved the wheels, and he's got the one wheel on his arm. I think the spikes are a lot fit Retgar a lot better than they do the other one, Psykill.
I think the spikes were designed with Retgar specifically in mind.
I agree.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it wasn't released as Retgar first.
I kind of am too. Maybe they wanted to put something out there that was a little bit different first before.
Well, they got my money there, so.
And
yeah.
they may have done that, and the fact that we've already got Generations Junkions, they might not have wanted to do Retgar first.
And I'm fine with Junk Heap Retgar, and plus I got that third-party head that I've swapped out, so I have basically 3 Junkions. I didn't get the Takara version that
I did.
Oh, I wish I had. But it's nice.
I love it because it's Voyager size.
Yeah.
And it's $10 cheaper.
Yeah. That would be a kind of a hard figure to troop build, but you could do a different head if you wanted to. You could do a shattered glass version if they wanted to.
If you're troop building these, I hate you and am jealous and want to beat you.
Well, I'm not. I'm just, I'm just saying if you were going to get several of these over the course of a period of time, they could easily change the head, or like I said, do the shattered glass version if you wanted that to be like an Insecticon style thing. So there's a lot of reuse in that mold. I don't think we've seen the last of this mold by any means.
So I want to go ahead and jump ahead to the last item in the third-party news, and Mechaform. I don't know that Mechaform has a Facebook page, but they have a personal page that I'm friends with. It's kind of interesting when somebody creates a personal page for their business, but I'm cool with that. So they are doing their own not Dinobots. And right now what they have are 3D renders. They look okay, but it's interesting that everyone's comment on Facebook was almost entirely, don't do it. The reasoning behind that is because Fans Project is doing it, whoever else is doing it. Is it Fan Toys? They're doing Dinobots.
Yeah, Fans Toys, yeah.
And
we already
Planet
have.
X.
So this is saturated. I think if they're not too far along with this, I think they should abort these. Not that they don't look bad. They're also doing paddles. Not that they don't look okay. It's just I think they're late to the market, and really there's not any room to sell this crap.
Yeah.
No, way oversaturated already.
Yeah,
this is the last thing we need.
It's like ooh, I want to start a third party company, or I have a third party company, and I want to do not Predaking. It's like no.
Yeah. And we all know why this is all coming up because of movie 4, but you're right. I mean, it's just. And none of the scales are the same. So if you like, and again, if you're buying Transformers, scale should be the last thing on your mind.
Yeah, but if you are concerned about
buying
that,
a team.
Exactly. So, and none of these are actually exactly in scale with the other. Maybe these mech forms and the ones from Fans Project are close enough to get by, but the Fans toys are a certain size. The Giga Powers are even bigger. The Fans toys are smaller, so you can't pick and choose if you like one version of a mold versus another, because you'll have sizes all over the place. So it's like I'm sticking with Fans toys because I want my masterpiece figures. For me, the Giga Power is too big, and the others are a little too small. But that's the trouble. You have too many different sizes of the same characters.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense. And it's kind of like sometimes even within the line, like with iGear in their Mini Warriors line, they changed the scale halfway through.
Yeah, I wish they had kept the smaller scale.
I love the smaller scale. Not that the newer figures aren't great. I don't know that the new iGear Mini Warriors figures don't stand out as well in a larger scale as when they were a smaller scale. When they were a smaller scale, they were cheaper. They looked cool. They kind of went with my Legends class figures, but now they're kind of like in this mushy middle that's deluxe-ish size, twice as expensive, and they're not really getting any benefit out of being bigger because they're no more accurate, really, to the original toy, and in some cases, they kind of just look bad. So... But, what are you going to do? Any other news that we wanted to talk about? Diecast is going to have a review coming up this week on our Facebook page, YouTube page, and at our website. Check it out at tfradio.net. It will be third party, not Jetfire or Skyfire. It's Kronos. He likes it.
Ugh, he's heavy. I almost dropped him.
How much does he weigh?
You know what? I'm gonna weigh him. He's pretty heavy. He's definitely heavier than Scoria. I don't remember how much Scoria weighed exactly, but he's a big bot.
And I cannot lie. We did that joke earlier in pre-show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and take a break and jump to Q&A with Rob Springer. This week, Rob is talking about the new Transformers series, Robots in Disguise.
Don't come back to that.
Don't come back to that. We are back, so don't...
You all just missed my karaoke.
Don was singing during the break, and I had to stop it. Hang out and probably eat Chinese food, and we're gonna party like it's 1999.
And I've got Mom's TV up here now, and if I can get the Blu-ray player hooked up, we can have Master Force playing in the background.
Awesome. Dub, right?
No.
If it's in the background, what's the point? We don't know what's going on. We have to read the subtitles.
I've watched it enough. I know what's going on.
So I was trying to tell somebody on... I talk about the Facebook group Transformers Addicts quite a bit because it's very active. I like it. Some things I read piss me off. Some things I read make me laugh.
So basically, it's ATT all over again.
It's. I think it's more active and vibrant than ATT. There's like 13,000 members.
Wow.
It's a pretty substantial community. But a couple days ago, might have been yesterday, one of the guys had posted, I can be an ass sometimes, not intentionally, but a guy was talking about watching Headmasters, and because he was hardcore, he was going for the subtitles. And I'm like, it kind of sucks if you're not watching it with the dub. I mean, Headmasters isn't really good. You can't really say Headmasters is good until you dub it. And when you dub it, it's gold. People argue that Master Force is good, and that's whatever. I think it's boring, but dubbed, it's amazing too. In Victory, I just never get. I don't care about Victory. Back before many people saw Victory, the few people that had any experience with it thought that it was like great, and told everybody how awesome it was. But nah, not really. Not really, but dubbed, they're all fantastic. All fantastic.
How do you get the dubbed version?
If you're very bad, someone will get them for you for Christmas.
So it used to be easy because a lot of the stuff was hosted on the various share sites. I used to have real media versions of all the episodes, and I lost them all in a hard drive crash. Now, I have them all on DVD. No, I just have Headmasters. I don't have Master Force and Victory. So I have all of Headmasters on DVD, but I need the rest. So awesome. You can catch most of them on YouTube, though.
Is that like the Cybertron?
Yes, that's exactly it.
Cybertron.
So if you hear me say, "Boys can cry, but not out loud. Men don't cry; they only get stronger." That's from Headmasters. Or it's like, "My name is Optimus Prime. I'm Japanese." That's that's from Master Force. That's Genrai. That's Genrai in completely human form as a truck driver talking to some dude. He's like, "What's your name?" "My name is Optimus Prime. I'm Japanese." I love the dub so much. Yeah. Sorry, I'm typing in the chat. I really shouldn't be doing that because I have an IBM Model M keyboard that is literally 23 years old. And it's amazing. It's awesome. It still types like butter, but it is loud as crap.
Now, that's the one with the really deep wells, right?
Yes.
Brian?
It's a fantastic keyboard.
I need one of those because my fingers keep sliding off the laptop keys.
I love it so much, and I should not use it on the podcast. If I have to use a keyboard, I should use the one over there that's the gel keyboard. That came with my Dell. It's okay, but this one is so much better. I am just going to have to sacrifice a couple of keyboard strokes to the podcast to get along with the chat. No, Finback's in the chat. Billy, find the power pack. Yeah, actually, no. It was like. It's like, "Billy, are you all right?" "Not really." "Find the power pack." No, actually, Billy didn't explode. It was blaster that it was Soundwave that exploded. Billy, I think, just fell over or was just laid and died. Then Galvatron was like, "Yeah, darn that Soundwave." Yeah, I love the dubs so much. I would do a podcast just about the dubs. Ooh. So we should do like a rewind series just on the dubs.
Yeah.
I think I'll be busy that day.
I want to watch.
I suggested we do some dubs.
Yes, no. What I'm saying, start to finish, the dubs, episode by episode. That way we're looking at like 90 episodes or so across all three series.
Oh God. This is why I'm making smelly bathroom face. Ugh.
I love the dubs so much. I know I've been talking about the dubs and how much I love them since we've been doing this show for 15 flipping years, but I love them so much. Yeah, okay. Finback, if you want to join, you can. I haven't spoken with you like in years. That would be awesome. Okay, so let's go ahead and I'm sorry, I'm talking to the chat. I shouldn't be doing that. You should actually join us. If you're not watching live, join us. We record the show. So we start around 8 p.m. Eastern time for pre-show. That's when the YouTube stream launches. I actually have it set ahead to do that. Actual show starts at 8:30 Eastern time. We interact with the chat. We love the chat. We have a great, vibrant chat room that we really get a chance to steal ideas from for the show. Those guys are great. And then after the show, we have a post-show Google Plus Hangout hosted by Diecast. We have a great group of regulars who come to that. Really, really love that. So that's it.
And for the first time in I don't know how many weeks, we are Massey Attack free.
Oh, it'll happen in the Hangout.
I'm a bit disappointed.
I am too.
My arms aren't. It's nice to go to bed not leaking blood out of different holes in my arms.
You're like that guy from WKRP in Cincinnati, aren't you? You always have like some sort of Band-Aid somewhere on your body.
Les Nessman?
Yes. Darn on. No.
I am not Les.
You're quite.
I am Dr. Johnny Fever if I am anybody.
Yes. No, I'm Venus Flytrap. I loved that show. It has the greatest.
Has absolutely no.
It has the second greatest theme song and third greatest theme song in TV history.
Top 5 at least.
So my top 5 TV theme songs: MASH, The Gary Shandling Show, then probably WKRP in Cincinnati. Then I really don't have. Maybe the A-Team. Then Dinosaurs. No, I don't know. I don't know after that.
Dinosaurs.
It was Dinosaurs, wasn't it?
No, Dinosaurs is a much better theme.
Oh, okay. I thought I was saying the name of the show wrong. Baby, is there any wonder whatever became of me? I'm living
on the air in Cincinnati.
So what I want to mention, this is like completely off topic, but so I started doing my radio gig in 1998 on July 4th, I think. The week before last was my last broadcast, my radio gig. After 16 years, I'm no longer a part-time DJ. It was my first job ever. I was still in school when I started that job. I love that job. So I may end up actually filling in for my replacement once in a while. And I'll still do all the IT stuff because that's pretty much what my job became when they realized I could do that stuff. But my Sundays are now free. It's pretty awesome. And I'm spending my second free Sunday hanging out with Don. He does not look happy.
Sorry, I'm typing in the chat.
That's cool. Okay. So let me go ahead and just wrap this thing up. You can follow us on Twitter at TF Radio. You really should. We are posting more stuff now to our Facebook fan page at facebook.com/TF Radio. I love doing that, and it gives me a chance to interact with the fans a little more than we do even through the chat. So it's definitely worth your time to like us on Facebook. Man, we also have, if you're not already subscribing to us on YouTube, do that. We haven't we always post our shows on YouTube, and we link to those from the website and from tformers.com, but we haven't always put a lot of YouTube exclusive content out there, and because of that, our YouTube subscribe numbers haven't been where they probably should be. So we're trying to do more reviews. Diecast is doing an awesome job posting reviews, so we are putting up more exclusive content. So if you're not already subscribing to our YouTube channel, you should really do that. That's we are at TF Radio Network on YouTube, and I am personally on Facebook at facebook.com/Brian Kilby, BrianKilby. As long as your name is not like Cade Yeager Prime or Bulkhead 41 Prime or something like that, you can go ahead and send me a friend request. But if I can't tell who you are, I'm assuming that you're somebody that I don't want to friend. And but I do take friend requests. But I don't take friend requests from my family for some reason.
Because you're smart.
Yeah. One of my friends at work who just friended me on Facebook, he's like, "Man, you talk about Transformers a lot." I'm like, "Yep." I started talking more about Transformers because that's why I'm on the internet. I'm not on the internet to see like the birth of like my cousin's third child. I don't care about that. I'm a terrible person. But also I'm on Twitter at bkilby. Don, you're on Twitter.
Yes, I am on Twitter at HMRC for EVR. I'm also on Facebook at me. Just you know who I am. I might be doing a Patreon page here before too long to pay for massive medical attention.
You are really?
No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
I'm kidding. No. I figured if I'm gonna be attacked by massive everybody's enjoyment, maybe a Patreon page will help pay for all the Band-Aids I have to.
So actually, speaking of Patreon, and I'll get to Diecast in a second. A lot of my friends who do podcasts or people that do blogs and stuff are moving to Patreon to like try to fund their stuff, and I've expressly tried not to like do ads or anything on the show. We've done a couple, and most of the stuff we've done have been either pro bono or a trade for like cross promotion or something. But a podcast that I listen to that I try to turn people onto, which is Laser Time, and they have a video game show, a comic book show, a wrestling podcast. I've gotten into that show in the last few months. What I love about it is the host of the show was recently let go from his job at, I think it was at Games Radar. He was a games journalist. And so the show lately has been him trying to really focus on trying to make his living off the podcast. And he's doing it in all sincerity, but it's also hilarious. So I'm like taking notes. So if I ever lose my job and I want to try to make my living from the podcast, I'm taking notes on things I don't want to do. But it's also funny. Plus, he also lives in San Francisco, and because he's unemployed, he got his medical marijuana license. So he's like doing the podcast high. That's actually funny. So it's worth checking out. That's at lasertimeshow.com. Giving them another plug. Okay, Diecast, I'm sorry.
All right. What are we talking about?
Your Twitter and stuff. Your Diecast 2.
Oh, my Twitter. Follow me at Diecast2, and make sure you follow at TF Radio too, because most of the time some of the stuff that I post, like the reviews and everything, they'll get posted there. I'm on Google Plus I'm on Google Plus. I am Diecast. You can just look for that because apparently Google was nice enough to make me my own Google Plus page without me asking. So and then I have my regular Google Plus page, which is I don't even know what that is. I think it's Andrew Bathe. So if you just search that, and then just make sure, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you see any of the reviews that I do, please feel free to comment. The Kronos review that is going up hopefully tonight was kind of rushed, so it's not the best review, but I wanted to get it out there right away before the market is saturated with reviews. I also will be having Mania King or Mania King, and depending on the poll, maybe I'll mention the winner. Or based on the comments, we'll mention the official winner in the review of what we should be calling this, because I'm like Brian, I have no idea. Don't know.
Hey, so now that you mentioned that, you're focusing on video reviews. I think what I'm going to do is on the blog, because you don't like to write. I like to write. I think when we get the same toy, like when I get Mania King, I think I'll whip up the text review, and you can do the video review, which means we'll probably disagree. So we won't have an official review, but we'll have a couple of reviews, and you'll have some different points of view. So I tend to be more hypercritical about things. Okay, and Melvar does not exist on the internet. He has his tinfoil hat, and he stays basically at his home when he's not at work.
Melvar is basically a combined figment of our imaginations.
Pretty much.
He's basically like an imaginary Captain Planet. All of our imaginations combined to make Melvar once a week for the show.
Only if I can be the Don Cheadle version.
He will be at TFcon though, so if you really want to see if Melvar exists, come to TFcon and say hi to us.
Almost everybody from the show will be at TFcon.
Well, even Rob Springer?
Yeah.
Awesome. That's cool.
John should be there, I think. XV? Maybe not Rob Clay.
I put in for the time off, so as long as I got the time off, I'll be there.
So, that's exciting. Looking forward to that. Okay, guys, I guess that will do it. For Don, Diecast, and Melvar, I'm your host, Brian Kilby. We will be back next week at some point in the future. See you later.
Take care, everybody.
See you next